Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Be sure to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. So, Jane Doe's direct testimony wrapped up today after 3 full days. So, I decided to split it into 3 parts so it wouldn't be too long. Okay? So, wait, hold on before I forget. Over the weekend, while I was hanging out, I found out one of my cousins was called as a potential juror in the Diddy case. Oh my gosh, listen when I tell you. Well, first I told her I was going to bring it up on my YouTube. Hey, cousin. But listen to this. Oh my, you know what? This is not the video for this, but I'm telling you, like I said before, had I mailed my form, I would have been on that jury panel. I'm telling you, because they needed people. They even had people from New Jersey. Yeah, they even summoned people from New Jersey. And people did not want to be a jury in this case. Wait until I tell you guys what went down. Oh my gosh, but this is not the video for it. This video is all about what Jane Doe said on day 1 of her testimony. So let's jump right in. So Jane Doe, all of you should know who this woman is by now and who her baby daddy is. So she took the stand on Thursday, and the judge read the jury an instruction about witnesses testifying under pseudonyms. He reminded the panel that they will learn Jane's true identity, but it won't be said publicly in court. The jury was then shown Jane's driver's license with her information. So then, Jane testified she was in an open relationship with Diddy from 2021 to 2024. Jane said she met Diddy during a girls' trip to Miami in late 2020. He was dating one of her friends and hosted them at his Miami home, even covering the cost of the trip. Jane said he was charming, funny, and she felt drawn to him right away. They spent time at his house and partied on a yacht with some light flirting between them. Diddy asked Jane to swap numbers, and they saved each other's contact as Bert and Ernie. Her group left suddenly after Jane's friend, who was seeing Diddy, suspected something was going on between them. Jane said her first date with Diddy started with dinner on her hotel balcony and lasted 5 days. That night, they talked about her child's father, a man who Jane said was someone Diddy did not get along with, and how she once dated Diddy's close friend. But Diddy said he did not care about any of that. She called the first night amazing and said they made lots of love. You have to be in love in order to make love. That's why it's called love making, okay? Then Jane said she and Diddy went on a 15-day trip to Turks and Caicos in the Bahamas in 2021 with his assistant, KK, aka Christina Corem, a chef, a photographer, a butler, and a barber. Diddy gave her a bracelet that said love, and they took ecstasy about 10 times during that trip. Jane said she had only used drugs twice before. The first time Diddy gave her ecstasy, they were in the pool, and he told her, "Here, take this. It'll be more fun." She had a bad reaction and collapsed on the beach, and Christina Corem and the butler helped her. At the end of the trip, Diddy wired her $10,000 because she had missed work as an influencer. She said the $10,000 was a lot for her at the time. Jane said Diddy made it clear he was seeing multiple women, but she liked him and was okay with it. She understood it as an open relationship and did not think monogamy was an option. Still, she chose to only see Diddy. She said their relationship lasted until he was arrested. Jane said she and Diddy kept their relationship private. She lived on the East Coast at first, but moved to California in June 2021. Diddy gave her $6,000 for a moving truck and occasionally transferred her money. Jane said that she did drugs every time she saw Diddy, and he offered them when they had sex. They took ecstasy, Molly, cocaine, and ketamine. In that time frame, Jane said she learned a lot about how Diddy preferred to have sex. I learned how he liked to have adult film playing. I learned how he preferred me to dress, and I just learned the things that he liked sexually. Jane said that he preferred her to wear provocative lingerie and really high stripper shoes, and to put baby oil on her body and his. She said they would have sex in his bedroom at his home, lit with red lights. She said she and Diddy had been up for hours in his Miami bedroom having sex and taking drugs. During that time, Diddy asked her to fantasize about being with other men, and he asked if she would want to do that. She said okay, thinking it was just part of the fantasy. But Diddy started making calls and told her, "We can make that happen tonight." A few hours later, they were in a hotel suite with red lights set up by his assistants. After they left, Diddy told her to relax while they waited for a man he knew, saying the guy was nice. Jane said she was nervous. When the man arrived, Diddy introduced him as Don from Cowboys for Angels. Jane testified she had sex with Don while Diddy watched. After Don left, she and Diddy had sex and felt happy. The next day, they went on a yacht with Diddy's friends. Jane said she felt exhilarated by that night. She felt excited and happy that night with Diddy. It felt fun, taboo, and like something they might do once in a while. But she said it ended up changing everything. I truly felt that night just opened like a Pandora's box, and it just completely set the tone for the rest of the relationship moving forward. She said it opened a door she could not close. When asked why she wanted to shut that door, Jane said there was so much of it after, and it was too much of it. Jane said that after the first time in May 2021, about 90% of the time she had sex with Diddy, it involved another man. At first, she went along with it because she loved Diddy and wanted to make him happy. I feared losing him. I just wanted to be everything he wanted, she said. By late 2021, Jane said she started telling Diddy, both in writing and in person, that she did not want to keep doing it. She mostly wrote it because talking about it face to face felt tense. Jane testified whenever the topic came up, it would start out really uncomfortable. I could just feel that the tension was building, and I would just kind of push down what I was going to say. Jane said Diddy was often dismissive, sometimes calling her crazy. Other times he would say it was fine and they did not have to do it anymore, but then would still do it, she said. Jane said Diddy paid the rent for her home. When she told him she did not want to have sex with other men, he would respond, "If you want to break up, that's fine," and say he wouldn't pay rent for someone he wasn't seeing. Jane said she wasn't trying to end the relationship. She just wanted the group sex to stop. "I felt frustrated," she said, and felt like she had to perform these nights for him. She said she felt obligated to keep going with it because Diddy was paying her rent. Jane said it was unpredictable when she would see Diddy. He would sometimes let her know the day of or the night before. To always be ready, she made sure she had child care and kept her hair and nails the way Diddy liked, straight hair and light colored nails. She said Diddy called the group sex debauchery or hotel nights. Jane testified that every time she saw Diddy between May 2021 and October 2023, they had a hotel night. They took a break from October 2023 to February 2024. Jane said her relationship with Diddy hurt her ability to work and make money. I was really consumed by Sean, she said, explaining that she always had to be ready for him at any moment. She made some income through social media, but said that slowed down once she started prioritizing the relationship. Diddy would sometimes give her money, usually $5,000 to $10,000 in cash, and the most he gave her at once was $20,000 for furniture, and he also paid her rent. Jane once suggested starting an OnlyFans to earn money, saying a friend had made $4 million in a year. She planned to post bikini, lingerie, or nude photos, but no sex. Diddy was hesitant and told her to wait. Jane said that after she and Diddy broke up and got back together, he suggested they make a contract. She described it as a verbal, flirty agreement. Diddy asked how much allowance she wanted. She said $15,000. Diddy said $10,000. And they agreed on $10,000 a month. Jane said she wanted to use it for a nice home. So Diddy agreed to pay her rent directly instead of giving her the money. I just wanted to experience something nice, to feel some balance in our relationship, she said. Jane said that between May 2021 and October 2023, she had hotel nights with Diddy in Los Angeles, New York, Miami, and Turks and Caicos. She usually made travel plans through Diddy's former chief of staff, Christina Corem, his travel agent, or one of his assistants. Diddy paid for all the travel. Jane said their time together followed a routine. The hotel room would be set up with red lights, music, sheets, and blankets covering everything. The linens were used because of Diddy's obsessive use of oil, baby oil, sometimes going through more than 24 bottles of baby oil in one night. Jane said that during a typical hotel night with Diddy, she and another man would start with prolonged foreplay. Then she would perform oral, on the man while Diddy watched and gave directions. She said she would usually suggest moving on to intercourse so it could be over, and the man would leave after. I really wanted to be done so I could be with my partner, she said. She said this routine could happen more than once in a night, sometimes with the same man, sometimes with different ones. A single hotel night could last over 24 hours. So that is everything Jane Doe said on her first day of testifying. Stay tuned for the other 2 days. And thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any new updates. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.